Hello. Hello, people. How are you? I get really excited about coffee. I'm really excited about coffee. All right. Here we go in three, two, one. Good morning, everybody, and welcome. Today is Tuesday. My name is Jeremy, and this is my first cup of coffee. Monday. I had one of the better Mondays that I've had in a long time. And I'm not sure what to chalk it up to. I think I just had a better attitude going in. Got some stuff done. What did I do? Did some client work. I think I mentioned last week I'm cooking off birch sap to make birch syrup. Birch, like from birch trees, like maple syrup. And it takes a long time. And it takes like 30, 40 gallons to make a gallon. And so I'm going to end up with like a pint from all of this work. But something I wanted to try. I'll do a better job of it next year and probably save it all and cook it outside. Who knows? What else? What else happened yesterday? Did a little bit of a home workout. Oh, you know what I did? I spent a good amount of time on. Spent over an hour working on the new development program for whistlekick, and it's great. I've been pushing it off because I haven't been quite sure how to implement these concepts. So I spent a bunch of time and just sat down and just immersed myself in the research on the central nervous system and how it works. And after about a half hour of that and just taking some notes and making sure, notes of things that I wanted to make sure we included in the program, either concepts or things that needed to be in the write-up so people understand what they're doing. It became clear and it has expanded. Not because it has to, but because I see an easy way for us to provide more value. What I was originally envisioning as a 30-day program, which can still work as a 30-day program, is going to end up being a 13-week program. You can pull out of it anytime you want, but we've got ways for you to progress up to that point. And I'm excited. I'm excited for how this is going to go. So I'll work more on that today. I don't know when it'll be out. It'll be out at some point. It might be another month. But it's good stuff. Normally I would think we'd have to do videos for this program. But we might not. Or maybe I'll do the videos. Maybe I'll be able to self-video these. Because there's a lot less movement than there was with the strength and conditioning program. Which I think on Thursday I'm making an update to. What else happened yesterday? Yesterday was Monday. We had that episode with Seafood Varigan come out. Episode 500 videos are starting to come in, which has been a lot of fun. I'm intentionally not watching them. In fact, I'm trying not to watch any of it until it's done, but I might have to do the editing. We'll see. I reached out to Julius, who does all the podcast stuff. He's also a great video editor. And I asked him, I said, do you want to do this project? It's going to be a little bit more than a typical episode. We'll see what he says. And if he says yes, then I will not see it until the end. But if he says no, then it's going to fall on me. I'm already working on learning a new piece of video editing software. I've got the Magic of Slow seminar video that I want to do a little bit of editing on. But in order to learn this new piece of software, I got to put some time in. And I put like 30 minutes into it yesterday and barely scratched the surface. This is big stuff. But once I learn it, I'll be good to go. So I'm excited for that. What else? I went to the mailbox. I collected sap. It's cold out. It's like under 30 degrees. I might light a fire after this. help dry out the house from boiling sap with a lot of moisture in the air. What else is going on today? I've got one podcast interview later today. That's it. Like it's a pretty low key day. I'll probably go get some cat food because the cat needs food. I might not do that until tomorrow. I don't know. I gotta get cat food at some point. You know what else I gotta do? I gotta respond to some questions, some comments. All right. So we got 3 questions in here from Frank from Bruce Lee today. And if you want to ask a question or leave a comment, drop it below. Much more fun than me just rambling on trying to find stuff to talk about. Sorrows are our best educator. A man can see further through a tear than a telescope. Ooh, I like that. See further through a tear than through a telescope. I wonder if that's some old saying. Sounds like it could be. Makes sense though. A tear, crying, feeling that intensely emotional tells us what's important. We can see what really matters. Not always in the moment. Sometimes those emotions cloud us. That's one thing I've been learning to be better about, is not letting my emotions dictate my actions. And I've continued to get better. And I'll keep getting better. A tear and a telescope. That's one of those that's going to sit with me, that I'm going to have to contemplate more. I like it. Long-term consistency trumps short-term intensity. Yes. This is the foundation of so much of what I do professionally and just in life. Take a look at all the ways that this surfaces. In whistlekick, we've got 2-minute martial arts. Why? Because consistency matters. This show, 5 days a week, because consistency matters. Martial arts radio, twice a week for just about 5 years, because consistency matters. Schedules are important. Having things not inflexible, but having a way that you can move forward and know where you're stepping and how you're stepping, and being consistent is part of that. A lot of times people will take that fixed amount of energy that they're willing to put into something, and they try to throw it all at once at whatever the thing is. It doesn't work that way very often. Sometimes it does, but usually you're better off putting in less intensity and being consistent. How many people come to martial arts classes and they're like, I'm going to get my black belt. This is the most important thing in my world. And 3 months later, they're gone. Whereas the person who comes, they enjoy class, they train, maybe they do a little bit at home, but they just kind of trust the process. And they get a little bit better every time, and they don't burn out. And however many years later, they achieve their goals. It happens all over. As a species, we're kind of impatient. People don't really, they don't want to put in the time. They don't want to put in the effort. And the irony is that psychologically, we recognize that without putting in the effort, the time, things aren't valuable. There are theories that this is why lottery winners don't hold on to their money. They, on some level, don't feel they deserve it. Consistency trumps intensity. What is it that you're working towards? What are you trying to achieve? Are you being consistent in working on that goal? If it's martial arts, are you doing a little bit every day? If it's your career, are you reading books every day, or maybe spending a little bit of time on LinkedIn connecting with people? Are you going to networking events or attending seminars or learning something through a webinar? Are you doing something every day, a little bit every day? I've said this for a long time, and it frustrates people when I tell them, but it's true. If you show me your calendar, I will show you your priorities. You show me what you spend your time on, and that will reflect what is most important to you. Oh, but I don't have time for this. Of course you do. You always have time. The majority of people waste hours every day on things that do not matter, but they matter to them. Right? If you say you're serious about learning a new form or succeeding in competition, and you spend 4 hours a day watching TV, you're not. Now, obviously, during this time right now where we're all stressed, that might be different. There might be some room for some adaptation. Right? My life has changed. My priorities have changed. I'm trying to make sure I'm taking care of myself, but I haven't stopped working on whistlekick. I haven't stopped taking care of the things that matter, looking for ways to move us forward. Right? Spend your time on what matters to you. Invest in yourself. A good fighter must sense rather than perceive his chance to strike. Yeah, because a good fighter, your opponent or partner, isn't going to leave that opening, that opportunity there for long. If you think about how long it takes for you to notice the opening, or let's call it the opportunity. You notice the opportunity. It's got to go through your eyes to your brain. Your brain has to process that. Your brain has to decide how to respond to the opportunity, and then take that action and do it all in a way that the partner or opponent doesn't respond and change the opportunity, remove it. That's really hard to do. And you watch better and better fighters as they're covering, they're shifting, they're constantly moving, they're changing those opportunities. But when something starts to come in, they see it, that shoulder lifts or they pull back, whatever it is. And this is one of the things that separates really good fighters from not so really good fighters, is that ability to perceive, without having to process it in your brain, to respond. I don't have a lot of moments like this when I spar, but sometimes I do. Oh, it looks like we have a really, really strong delay today, and my apologies for that. My internet here has been really slow lately. Stacy just wrote in, if you'd given up on whistlekick, I don't think we'd be here at 6:30 a.m. No, we would not. But I'm glad you are. I'm glad we all are. It's a great way for me to start my day. How do you work on that reaction without having to process information? It's experience. It's putting a lot of time into it. There are drills you can do, but most of them fall into one of two camps. It's drills to kind of shut your mind off and just respond, which has to happen in a controlled, relaxed way. And yeah, you can ramp up the intensity as you develop those skills. The other side of it is building a toolbox of techniques and technique combos that you're comfortable with, and you train them so often that they're second nature. Both of those principles, to a certain degree, are in the speed program. The speed program does not address combinations. It's for single technique, because the idea is not that you get better at everything. It's that you get better at one thing. And that's going to be really important, because just the way we're building is the science. There are reaction drills that are going in. There are relaxation drills that are going in. There's a lot there that's going to lean on all of my experience and all of my research and so much more. And yeah, we've done well with the strength and conditioning program. People are buying it. Nobody's asking for their money back. I assume they're digging it. We'll find out. It takes about 90 days from the time you do something to getting a response. And now that we've started advertising it, it'll take a couple more months to get enough of them out there to really know what people think. But I'm optimistic. Well, I think this is a good place to end it. Yeah. I'm going to go finish my coffee, maybe watch a little TV, hang out. I got plenty of work to do, but I'm not ready to do it. I hope you have a good day. I hope whatever you do is hope something in there moves the needle for you. Move forward. Find a way. Ask me questions. Leave me comments. Whatever you want to call them. Drop them below. I'll answer them tomorrow. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Turn on notifications, because we do this show every weekday at 6:30 a.m. If you want to send in an episode 500 video, and I hope you do, go to whistlekick.com, look in the blog section, and there's all the information you could want about doing it. My goal is that this video is going to be, over an hour long, and that is going to take probably 75 to 100 people to do. So please, if you've even considered that what we've put out over the last 5 years has been of benefit to you, this is the best way you can thank me. So have a great day. I'll see you back here tomorrow. Take care. Peace.